And that is the Quranic message. Read, learn, think. But if you mention somebody that just simply converted, that doesn't really help anything, does it? People might convert for a number of reasons to a number of different things. But are we converting to what makes sense or something that doesn't make sense?
I like this. You know, as long as Shabir Ali is speaking about what making sense in Islam and saying Islam is the only religion making sense, I have to agree with him. You know, I'm really astonished with the sense of Islam. You know, I will give you an example about the sense of Islam. As an example, in chapter, sorry, in the book of Musnad Ahmad, and this is Sahih book by the way, Muhammad he says every Muslim will have 72 women, and each one of them, her ass is going to be in the size of 1 mile. And for those who speak Arabic, here we go. I'm not making things up. It's in the front of your eyes. You see the word in red? This is maqaduha, her ass. So her ass is going to take 1 mile in the ground. So you will have, and this is for the bad Muslim, you will have 72 women, in the top of them all your wives on the earth, and each one of those women, her ass is 1 mile. You know, we Arab, we love big ass. We have to admit. Like, come on. Like, who in the world can say, you know, what you don't? Like, come on, you know. But you know, what is scaring me, if this Muslim woman, she decide to do poo-poo, 1 mile ass is going to do, it's a disaster for environment. First, do you know how much gas when she fart she will give? Like, can you imagine how many tons of gallons of gas? By the way, Abdul, just to let you know, be careful. Don't smoke behind her ass because her fart is flammable. You can go right now and see people in YouTube. You can search it. People, they are burning their fart. You know, fart is flammable. They will burn. So imagine you are smoking a cigarette or your you know, cigar, and you are walking by her Majesty, her ass, you know, and she fart. She will make you barbecue, brother. Unbelievable. So you see, Islam makes sense. Let us see something else. Let us see more things make sense in Islam. The first one who speak about microwave or spoke about microwave, it was Muhammad. The book of Musnad Ahmad, hadith number 11355. If a Muslim wish to have a son, he will deliver it, and you know he will you know he will stop nursing, like he will second milk in 1 hour. So your son will become an adult or ready to go, ready to run in the street in 1 hour. What do you want more? That makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Let us continue. In the book of Al-Qurtubi, and remember, all this information coming from who? The Muslims get their information, their stories from who? From Muhammad. So everything we say in here is coming from Muhammad because there is one source only to Islam. Everyone else is reporting what Muhammad said. Remember that. According to Al-Qurtubi, he said, it's allowed in the heaven of Allah, and I changed the Muslim to say, I'm not saying the truth. I'm not being honest in the translation. It's allowed in the heaven of Allah to do the F word to all the forbidden women, which means the forbidden women in earth. For you in the heaven, they are allowed, except the mother and the daughter. And he continues saying, because the reason of the forbidden, because you don't want to have children from your family. You know, it's haram. But in the heaven, people, they will not get pregnant. And this is a proof that the other hadith is a false story, which means Muhammad was telling lies. Because how you say in one hadith that people, they will not have kids in the heaven, and you say in different hadith, if you want to have a son, you will have it in 1 hour. So now you can have sex with your sister in heaven of Allah, because in there she will not have kids, and you are not worried about, you know, who's the father of this. You can have sex with your grandmother. You can have sex with your niece. You can have sex with everybody except two, and here we go, the exception in front of me. It says the mother and your daughter. And by the way, don't forget that in chapter 25, verse number 54, it says that a Muslim woman, if you have sex with a woman, and she get pregnant and she deliver for you a girl, because she is not your wife, this girl, she is not your daughter in Islam. Therefore, you can have sex with the mother and the daughter. Let me show you. Here we go. This is the official government of Saudi Arabia, as you see, and this is Al-Qurtubi, and this is the verse in front of us. And remember, Muslims, it's not me who is explaining. Here we go. Let us make it bigger. It says, النسب والصهر. This is about marriage in the Quran. It's speaking about Allah. He made everything. Every lineage is coming from marriage, which means your children, they will be only from marriage. Anything is out of marriage is not accepted in Islam to be your son or your daughter. So, قال ابن العربي. Ibn al-Arabi, he said, النسب, which means the lineage of blood, it's simply it is the mix of the water between the man and the women, according to the law, according to Sharia law. So what is nasab? Nasab mean you get your name from your father. To inherit your name, to belong to your father, you have to do it in the way of Islamic law. If you don't do it this way, you don't inherit your name or your money or your right, and you are not the son of that person. And if it is done by disobedience, this is just a creation. This is not you belong to your father. This is not you inheriting the name of your father. You have no right, because you are not a son. You are a bastard. In different word, this word I hate this word because it's not fair actually to use it. It's kind of an insult. But anyway, but simply this is what I'm saying. If you are not a person, son of marriage, legal marriage, according to the Sharia law, you are a bastard. Therefore, you are not included under where it says, read with me, it's forbidden for you, your mothers and your daughters. Let us now in here study this. So, because it's not included in the Quran, because this case is not covered, which means the Muslim is not allowed to have sex with his mother and his daughter. This is what the verse is saying. This is chapter 4, verse number 23. So that verse saying in the Quran, a Muslim is not allowed to have sex with his mother and his daughter. But because if you are a daughter from adultery, that will make you not a daughter. And he continues saying, so his daughter from adultery, she is not considered as a daughter for him, with the most accurate opinion of the scholars of Islam and the most accurate opinion of deen, of religion. So the most accurate opinion, all of them agree that a daughter from adultery, she is not your daughter. Therefore, he continue, and as long there is no relationship by law, therefore she is not forbidden for the man to have sex with the mother and his daughter. Imagine the mother of his daughter and his daughter, but because she is not a daughter, she is daughter from sex, she's not the daughter from marriage, she is a daughter from illegal relationship. Therefore, a Muslim man, he can have sex with her. And that making sense. Teaching people to have sex with the children. Muslims, they come to you and they say in the Bible that the two daughters of Lot, they have sex with their father. And the Muslims, they attack you. Shame on you. And the Muslims are allowed to do that every day. The Bible report a story. It's not God saying, go and do that. If I report to you for a story in the news and say to you, somebody, he killed somebody, does that mean I approve it? The Bible is reporting a story about those two girls who desperately, they want children. And there's nobody. They are living in a cave. They are living in mid of nowhere. So they made their father drunk. We are not approving their behavior. We are not saying this is the right way. No. This is what they did, simply. But in here, it is God of Islam saying you can't do that. Because simply she is not your daughter according to the Islamic law. Therefore, you can have sex with the mother and the daughter. And this is your daughter. How a Muslim accept to have sex with his daughter? Which mean, American, if a Muslim man, he did have sex with you. Let us say, you have a boyfriend. as many in this world these days they do. And this Muslim man, Abdul, he have sex with you and you get pregnant. According to Islam, and I'm showing you the reference in front of you, chapter 25, verse number 54, and this is the book of Al-Qurtubi, and this is the Islamic website of Saudi Arabia in front of your eyes. He can have sex with you, and he can have sex with his daughter in the same bed, in the same time. It is lawful for him 100%. You see, Shabir Ali, he said Islam makes sense. Islam is the only religion makes sense. Let us continue and see what more sense we have. By the way, we showed you in Arabic because we could not find any Islamic website translate them in English. And I don't think Muslim they would translate those stuff ever. Now we will show you some in English. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, book number 55, hadith number 546. According to Muhammad, a group of men, they came to Muhammad and they asked him, what is the first meal a human being he will eat when he enter heaven? Guys, look at this question. Prophet, what is the first meal a human being? And they are saying to him, if you give us the correct answer, it means you are prophet. So those people, they knew that, which means they have the right answer. Now the question, how those people knew the correct answer? I thought he is the prophet. This is number one. Number two, the first meal in the heaven, the first meal in the heaven is a fish liver. Actually, in the Arabic, it says whale liver. It's a whale liver. Why is that? I will tell you why that. Because Muslims believe that whale liver will make you extremely horny. Sexual enhancement. So the first meal is to prepare your penis. They give you a meal, you eat it, your penis will be like, you know, a missile. You're ready. Then they ask Muhammad, they ask him a question. How the child resemble his parents? Now Muhammad, he answered, he said, as resembles of the child to his parents, if the man has sexual intercourse with his wife, and his wife, and he get discharged first, okay, the child will resemble the father. Absolutely. I will never discharge first. I don't want my children to look like me. That makes sense. Now, each one of you guys, you will